What's up, guys? Long time no see, long time no video. So today we are changing out the air filter, the OEM air filter that came with my bike. I have a Suzuki Bergman 2016 400, and so I'm just now getting the screws out here so I can remove the cover. That's the first step. All right, I removed the cover now, and you can see that's the air box right there. And so let's see what we gotta get to now. Looks like there's a screw right here that I have to take off, and I may have to remove a wire, a bolt right there. So let's see. Those screws off. Let's see what we can do. Let's see. It's not moving just yet. Hold on. All right, guys. So I got it out. A couple of notes. When you unscrew, this is the filter. When you unscrew it, the thing is that this part is going to come up. The top part, the top cover is going to come up, but the base part isn't going to come up initially. So you may have to squeeze your hand inside of the box on the side and kind of tug and work it, especially if it's an older Bergman. You're gonna have to tug a little bit, and kind of work it out with your fingers. I have big fingers, big hands, and so you're gonna have to like work it where you're work your fingers around it, and you're still gonna have to tug because see, it's still kind of in there, so you have to just work it. Don't pull too hard. I definitely advise you not to pull too hard. But I got it out, and gonna replace it with the new one now. This is my first time ever doing this to a motorcycle / scooter, so that's it. Hopefully the new one I bought is pre-oiled. That's the only thing that I did not think about, so I may have to run to the hardware store, not the hardware store, but the auto mechanic store, which is where I am is AutoZone or O'Reilly's. So this is the old filter. It's pretty dirty. It's pretty gnarly in there. See that? This is a 2016. I'm pretty sure this has never been done before. So let's see what the new one looks like. All right, guys. So this is the new filter. Got it from Amazon. Gonna have to look on Amazon and see what brand this was, but this was from Amazon. It's supposed to be the exact OEM. Looks like it's a little dented right there. Hopefully that doesn't affect anything, but anyway, this is brand new. So doesn't look like it's pre-oiled, so I may have to run to AutoZone out here, and this is the old one. Pretty bad. So I'm gonna have to take this little guy off and put it back over there and probably clean it up a little bit. It's pretty bad, but yeah. That's the old one. That's the new one. Looks pretty identical to me. Let's see if I can hold them both up. Yeah. So it looks, yeah. It's a match. It's a match. Cool. All right, guys. So just went to AutoZone and picked up some foam filter oil. And so, the directions are pretty simple. You just spray a little bit on the filter, and it allows the filter to catch more debris and dirt and doesn't let it go in the engine. So that's why you do this. So I'm about to spray it and then try to put everything back. All right, guys, so as you can see, I got the new filter in, and to get this guy out, just getting the air box off and the filter off from here, you have to really be patient. You have to take your time. You have to go slow. Think first before you pull or tug or anything, because I thought I had to unscrew this bolt or these bolts. There's 2 bolts there. I thought that you had to unscrew those bolts to take the air box off, which is not accurate. It's not correct. So I want you guys to just, if I can give any advice about working on a vehicle, make sure that you have plenty of time to do it so you can go slow. Some guys, they could, go fast. They've been doing it for years. But if you're just starting out, if you're like me and, you're really not a mechanic type person, do your research, do a lot of study, get the manual, the operating manual from the dealership, the dealer, and take your time, because there is a lot that can go wrong in mechanical situations. A lot of guys drop bolts in the engine. A lot of guys strip bolts and screws. And if you do that on an engine compartment or something like that, you are highly screwed. So my biggest advice is to go slow, have patience. If it's not working, step away and give yourself some time to cool off and just think, breathe. I'm being so serious right now, because just this little job on the airbox had me flustered a little bit. Not too bad. This job is actually super easy. 1 out of 10, it's like a 2. But there are things about it that can fluster somebody if you're not in the right mindset. If you're just not ready to do it, if you don't feel like doing it, just don't do it. Yeah, so one thing I didn't mention is I totally did not assemble the airbox in correctly. I put all the bolts in and screws in, and I actually didn't record it because things went totally left. In a little bit in this video, you're not going to see it, but it went totally left. And I started the bike and it sounded good, what you're going to see. And the bike actually cut off. So you're going to see that really soon. And I was so annoyed. Annoyed is not even the real word. All right, guys, this is how the Bergman sounds after the new filter. Man, dude, I never knew that changing the freaking air filter would make such a difference. Holy crap, it sounds like a brand new motorcycle. Oh my God, are you serious right now? Y'all didn't tell me that. Y'all didn't tell me changing the air filter makes the bike sound like it's... Oh my God, change your air filter.